This is a very, very common drill that I give a lot of players to, is just build awareness of what's called low point, or the very bottom of your swing. A golf club is designed with two angles. We've got a shaft angle and our club face angle. We need this angle leaning forward as the club works down. The ball hits the face, goes up in the sky. That'll give us the divot. Now, this didn't really cost me much at all. It's just an alignment stick, but you've got a great little tool here, which brings awareness that if you're not on the grass, you're inside, at home, winter training, to talk about low point, Erik.
Yeah, I think this is, like you said, I do this for in-home training. You got a little spot here where the ball would be, and you can just practice, lining up. It's set up your way, but making sure we're landing in front and find out what you have to do. You're going to find out you got to get a lot more forward typically than you would think.
Yeah, and this board here, guys, is simply just a mat with some sequins on it. You can see that when it hit, it's going to start to leave a bit of a trail. So there's certainly no hiding when I do this, that's for sure. So I'm going to pretend that golf ball is going to be on top there, Erik. Now, I set up into this position, mate. So what am I looking for? If I grab this board, how can I...
So I want you to go extreme. I want you to try to land this thing up here. And try to feel, what do you got to do to get up there? Just don't even worry about it. Don't think about it. Just get up there. See what you feel you got to do.
And for the guys at home, they want to try and hit the board, right? Don't be afraid to hit.
Oh, yeah, hit the board. Yeah, that's it. That was pretty extreme, which is good, right?
Whole lifetime of golf, I hope I'll be able to do at least something, right?
But that's what we want to go for if you're really struggling with behind is, that person's going to feel himself going way more forward than they're typically used to. They're probably back like this, and now you really got forward on your left side.
And that's so key. We need to build awareness around our low point, our first point of contact with the club hitting the turf. A board such as this does a wonderful job because, Erik, we would see the majority of players who struggle with their ball strike. I think the average low point for a recreational golfer is 2 inches behind the golf ball, which means their first point of contact is going to be all the way back there. Right? So when we look at this, mate, and this would be the typical pattern that you would see, the very first thing you get them to do is exaggerate. Is that correct?
I try to get them to exaggerate, and this is all part of casting, because like you were doing there, the only way for you to really get back there and not be able to get in front is this casting motion.
Correct.
Like if we go like this, we're not going to be able to hit up front because the club's going to be coming up. We have to learn to get the hands in front and get down to it like that. So if we're doing this, we won't get up front. So that's a good sign if you're having that problem. I'd say the other thing is I always put a mirror in front, because so we don't cheat it and go like this. So make sure it impact your head is behind, or right where it started, basically, is what I look for, instead of trying to cheat it.
So 2 things to that, guys. We just did an excellent video. Go check that one out about making some swings at about T-ball, baseball height to get the sensation of getting the handle forward. And that really assists in the actual movement pattern of getting this sort of low point forward. But with that now, Erik, what I want you to do, and that's very important that we do discuss this, is that we don't want to cheat it by getting the upper body driving forward just to get, because you'll miss the ball sometimes, right? So if you have a coach, this is a great little exercise to them with, or even a buddy, or you can simply just get a very long stick and put it up against the left side. So Erik, what I want you to do, mate, is hold your golf club up against my left ear here. And what he's saying is you want to try and get that low point forward from moving essentially the lower body forward, the handle leaning forward, through the golf ball like that without my upper body driving force. That's not going to give us the results that we want, because if I do that upper body driving forward, you can clearly see that shaft is getting pitched over the top, isn't it? Yeah,
and you're going to see it you should see a little angle on the board too when you're hitting it. If it's not going directly straight or a little out to the right, if you want it to go that way, you'll kind of see it come in.
Yeah, look, anything involving feedback is excellent.
Oh, huge.
Right? So we love video, anything to do with text, great, because you can use that to get a benchmark of where you're at and what you would like to achieve. But also some simple things like this. We just have a board with some sequins on it that we can hit, and that gives us some great awareness. Now, would you ever get players hitting off this, Erik?
I don't do it, no. You can. I don't do it. I typically, what I do then is to hit off, and this is real simple, is just I grab a piece of a tape, and that's why I use tape, or I'll use an alignment stick behind it, kind of like what you talked about it.
Correct.
Instead of using this to hit off. I kind of want them to think of this as something separate for home training, and not give them any bad thoughts with this, so they do that, and then they'll go into one of the other two. Tape works really good too.
Yeah, beautiful.
If you have a place to put it.
I'll tell you one little side note about this and why I think it's great, is it causes you, or forces you, to have a break in between each swing. because so commonly, like let's say I've got the stick down on the ground, I will see players that will go low point forward, let's get it in front. Okay, I've got my divot forward, but you can see how quick we fall into a bit of Ranger Rick mode, don't we?
Yeah, and I think what I'll do is to take it live is we'll go like this, and then I'll put a tee right here in the ground and tell them, you got to take the tee out. I don't care about the ball. And they're like, oh, whoa, am I going to miss the ball? And they hit the best shot they've hit, the farthest they've hit.
It is okay to not look at the golf ball. The professional would have a vague awareness of where the golf ball lay with the target in their mind. And in this instance, when we're training our swing, we're actually got the tee in our mind, which is en route to where we want that ball to go. So setting up here, now I'm visualizing in my head that board and the feel that I generated. I felt like my hips were more forward, the handle was more forward, I was through the ball more, Eric. So when I now clip this one down there, and I'm just gonna do half speed, which the guys should be doing at home as well. I'm just focusing on that tee.
Just getting that tee out, that's all you're thinking about.
Well, let's off we go.
Tee's gone and beautiful shot.
Look, and the thing is even for someone like myself, play golf my whole life. When you do exercises like this and it's been a while, it always feels exaggerated. It always feels so far more exaggerated than you think it's going to be to produce the result you want. But if you're struggling with your golf game, you're frustrated, you're getting tired of not getting the results that you want, a little exercise such as this, grab yourself a divot board, use anything for reference for low point. Real high-tech equipment like a tee works wonders as well. Erik out here at McCormick Ranch, thanks so much. Cheers.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks for watching this video. YouTube thinks that you would benefit from watching this one next. So click that card and it could be the tip that you need to take your game to the next level. I'll see you next time.